Hello everyone, look at this setup. We have Galen leather here starting to patina, so pretty. Beautiful, beautiful pen case. Really well made, handmade, just stunning. Um, I recently graduated, so the people I work with, my lab mates, got me this, and I'm like alongside with an ink, and it is really, really special to me, this pen. This is the Faber Castell Emotion in the Broad. So we will be discussing this guy today. And this one is not like the previous Faber Castell I mentioned, the newest one, which was a hell of a disappointment. This one definitely lives up to the things that people say about it and just how awesome it is. So let's go on with this. But I just wanted to show you guys this guy. It's so pretty. I love it. Okay, first off, let's talk about this clip. The Emotion has this easy spring clip, and I love this. I love this feature because it makes life so much easier. It's easy. If you have a huge stack of things, just stick that under. You don't have to like kind of like fiddle with your pen, get the right angle for the paper. Like no, it has a tapered top, and it goes out to this wide bit with these like engineered grooves on the side, and it also matches at the bottom here. The middle of this pen is wood. There are other versions of this pen where it is stainless steel, and also actually the one that's metal I think is also stainless steel, just coated. But they have different types of wood here. I have pearwood brown. There's a dark pearwood. Oh no, so I have the regular pearwood. There's a dark pearwood. And then there's also another one. I think it might be same like intensity of color as this, but more brown versus this one is more red brown. I might be wrong on that, but it says here Faber Castell on the side, which is also really pretty. I have so many marks on this, my bad. And nothing here. This part dips in a little bit, so there's a little bit of a concave, and same with the top. And I love how they sort of mirrored the finish on either side, which is a really nice, especially because it's not like the normal like conal that comes out. It's like it dips in. That's really, really fun. If you like to fidget like me, like putting your finger on top of this is like really fun. Like just nice to do, nice to fidget with. This is the nib. It is a small nib. It's like a number, actually, I don't know. I want to say number 5, 5.5, something like that. It's a smaller nib than you expect for the size of the pen. It is a fat pen. This guy is really chunky, and it is also a heavy pen. That being said, it's kind of a standard pen length, not particularly short. It's made to feel almost short because it's so fat. And it posts securely. However, posting it does back weight it a lot, and I don't recommend posting it at all. And you can see that there's like natural patterns all over. Right here, mine is a bit lighter, and there's also a little mark over here, and also another one over here where it was not, I guess, dyed all the way through, or maybe that's just the natural wood finish. It is a cartridge converter, my favorite, but possibly not your favorite. So this is something to keep in mind. And it has a Faber Castell standard international cartridge in it. Like I said before, this is a pretty heavy pen. This is a heavier pen compared to my Diplomat Arrows, which are all like they're full metal pens, right? But somehow this guy heavier. All right, let's zoom in for, actually no, let's not zoom in. It's fine. This is the Faber Castell. This is the regular line. This is not the Grafron Faber Castell, which has some similar types of pens as well to their regular line, but they're just made with a little bit more like materials with a little bit more oomph. They're fancier. So this one is the E Motion. I don't know what this E is supposed to stand for. It's like energy motion, emotion motion. No idea. But E dash motion. And this is the fountain pen, and I have this in the broad, and you can see that on the nib here. It says B for broad, and it has all these like dots that are pressed into the pen. So this is, I will say this first, it's definitely a pen that you have to write with, in the sense that it needs to be broken in. Now for my pen, I haven't used it enough that it's fully broken in yet. It's still, as I'm writing with it, it gets more and more bouncy every day. And I know that people say that this is rather stiff. Like, it's never going to be super bouncy like a gold nib. So it is a steel nib. But it's bouncy in the sense that like there's push. So I'm going to call it a little bit bouncy. But when I first started, it was stiff. It was like I was writing with a metal toothpick on paper. It was, I am so glad that I continued to write with it several pages until I was like, oh, it actually feels nice now. You know, give it a chance. Like sometimes it really needs to be broken in. The same cannot be said with my other Faber Castell, which I will link to in the description. That one was like still just not my vibe. Although my friend loves it. Like she also likes dryer pens, so again, that could be it. But this one's really, really nice. See? You can hear too. There is feedback to this pen. Also, I have a shimmer ink in here, which may not behave as nice, so this is may also be an issue. It shows shading so well, and you can tell that it is extremely wet. It is a juicy pen, just like how it has such a juicy body. But regardless, it is still quite smooth. And I would say in terms of feedback, it's not like a pencil, and it's also not like wood on paper or anything like that. It's it's just a little bit. It's like a hint of feedback on it. But otherwise, it's quite smooth. It's more on the glassy side than it is like, for example, like, you know, if a platinum has a certain type of feedback, this has like half of that. That's what I would say. So I'm just gonna write it here. Half. Am I in frame? Of a platinum. All right, so let's just write a quick word or message here. Let's write that. Galen leather makes great stationary accessories. Did I spell that wrong? I definitely spelled that wrong. Maybe it's one S. I cannot be bothered to check right now. Again, this is one of the words that like when I write with it, I always sometimes forget how to spell things when I write, which is hilarious because I normally write, but a lot of times I write for myself, so I write in shorthand, so I never write out a full word. But when I type it, it's not a problem because it's this muscle memory that makes me like type it correctly. But overall, I give this pen a perfect. It's great. I really, really like it, and I'm so happy that I have it. And I hope that if you guys have one, you let me know in the comments if you like it, if you have certain inks that you recommend putting in it over others. Again, I have a shimmer in this, a high shading shimmer, which is sometimes, you know, a little bit finicky. I will put a sheener in it next. I was just kind of worried because I didn't want it to accidentally stain the body, and sheeners get everywhere, so I was like really worried that like if some of it like dripped out here and I was holding the grip and then I came up here and I touched this, then it would stain the pearwood. So that's why I'm kind of like avoiding sheeners, but I may put one in later. This grip is also not, for me at least, they're not slippery. I don't have dry hands. So if you guys have dry hands, it's something that you might want to think about because it might be slippery for you. So with that, thank you for listening. I love this pen, highly recommend it, and I hope to see you guys later. Bye.